Hello my friends and welcome to episode 5 of our Football Manager 2021 Retro Database Let's Play with Rangers. We're continuing on in the FM21 it's really the Mad Scientist FM, and I'm getting confused. Amazing database that we are running on. I'm starting with this because I feel this is kind of important. Just the other day, noticed about it in December, I went, can I have some more money please? And David Murray went, yep, no problem, have an EBT. I'll leave that for the comments down below. So we've got a £9 million transfer budget to spend now, which is great because it means that I can go out and really bolster the depth of the squad and, you know, continue trimming off. We will need to put some of that into wages, of course, as well. We also increased the junior coaching budget, which is great because we've got up to excellent academy coaching now as well. So we can get rid of that. In terms of schedule, since the last game we drew 0-0 to Ajax, of course. If you haven't seen that game, go back, check it out. It's well worth checking out. We played a sort of mixed batch of form. We were really good in the Europa League and pretty terrible domestically, if I am honest with you. We've got Hearts here, a 0-0 draw. We absolutely battered them. They went down to 10 men. I'm just going to show you the stats here. You know, look at that. Absolutely battered them. Couldn't find the back of the net. We played Ferencváros, which I now think I'm pronouncing correctly. We won 4-0. Ronald de Boer, Michael Moles, Lorenzo Amoruso and Shota Avladze on the score sheet. And if I'm right in thinking, Ferencváros could be the team that we play if they beat Olympiacos and we beat Malmo in the Champions League in real life this season. I'm pretty sure it's Ferencváros that we would play. I might be wrong, and I'm going to look like a total idiot. Then we played Dundee. Again, we battered them. I'll just load up, let you have a look at the stats. And we drew 0-0. At this point I'm thinking to myself, what have we got to do to score? We then beat Motherwell with 4-0, Amoruso with a brace, Ronald de Boer with a goal and Michael Moles with a goal, and finally it was time for Toriandre Flo to return, although he actually did return in that game, and we won 6-1 against Ferencváros at home. Claudio Caniggia, Toriandre Flo with a brace, Marvin Andrews with a goal, Peter Lowenkrantz and Stephen Hughes all on the score sheet. One cancelled out from one of their great players before we played Dunfermline, and you know, I did rest players for this game, I will be honest, but I still expected better. They went 1-0 up, they then had a penalty that they missed before Lee Bullen got sent off, giving us a penalty that it took for us to get back in the game. Toriandre Flo ended up with a game winning hat-trick, but for a team that we beat 10-0 just 8 weeks earlier or something like that, probably not even that, disappointing. Today we play Celta Vigo. We're going to have a quick look at their squad because they do not have great players. So we're going to have a quick look at players that stand out. So Cavallero, I recognise that name probably because there's a Manchester City goalkeeper with that name. Caceres, again recognise the name, decent player, not got a huge amount of pace though. We've got Juan Fran, decent solid left back at 25 years old. Trying to see if there's anyone else. Edu, seem to recognise that name for some reason. Yep, young Brazilian. Looks decent. Anyone else that really stands out? Benny McCarthy out on loan. He's got to be young, 24 years old. Out on loan at Porto, where I think he ended up and then ended up being very, very good at one point, sort of when his career peaked. Overall, excuse me, Mario Abner, we'll have a quick look at Silvino as well, who looks very, very good at left back as well. Jesus Christ, he does look good. Yeah, excuse me by the way, don't know why I'm yawning. I am not tired at all. And as soon as I hit record, I'm yawning. So we'll get into this game, we'll get pitch side. I'll see you in a second, guys. So before we get into the game, I just also want to apologise for videos missing at the end of last week, and if this one is late, because I'm recording this literally 90 minutes before it's due out. Couple of things that just kind of changed my recording schedule that meant I didn't record videos when I needed to, and then Friday, and I've still got it today, so if my voice sounds a bit funny, it's because I've got a really, really sore throat. Getting that checked out tomorrow, so hopefully back to normal. But videos should start to return to normal plan just now. We also have lots of poker content coming over on the Twitch channel if you are interested. Maybe shows how much I rotate the team for that Dunfermline game though. 8 changes from the last game, excuse me, including full defensive change. So we've got Kloss, Rickson, Amoruso, West, Newman, Ferguson, Arena, Robin, Avaladze, Lovenkrands and tHeMAdSCienTiSt Flo up top. Please just stick this in some sort of order that my mind can read naturally. That's my FM rant of the day. And we're going to get into this game. They do have more subs than us because homegrown rules and what you have it and whatnot. I am going to try and address that with some of this £9 million kitty that we have. There's a few players that I really wouldn't mind getting a hold of that, you know, either never really had a chance to play for Rangers or maybe did sign for us and weren't quite good enough. Or maybe some will be, I don't know. Or maybe try and sign some of those players that I'd have loved to have seen in a Rangers kit around this time. There's a couple of players, obviously we've got Iron Robin, who's very much of that mould, but there's a few other players that I'd really like to go and grab that are kind of like that. So if we can get them, great. If we can't, no damage done, really. We are going to kick this game off though. We are already through of the Europa League. Us and Ajax both on 10 points. Celta Vigo are on 3, so there's no way that we can't go out, which is good for us. It's just playing for who wins the group, essentially. That's a decent ball over the top, and Rickson sitting about 5 yards further back than the entire rest of the defence just plays that lad onside. You watch it here, Rickson drops deep, the rest of the defence stay, and he's in behind. Rickson playing him clearly onside, can't get back, can't cover. It's poor defending from Fernando Rickson there. Unfortunately for us, that right back area is becoming a bit of a problem. I don't think Rickson is as good in game as, in my opinion, he was in real life. I'm going to go out here and demand just a little bit more, see if we can kick us on a bit. Reina wins that one in the air, doesn't do anything with it though, and it falls to Wagner. Cleared away, Robin nicks it, Rickson. Barry Ferguson. Forward for tHeMAdSCienTiSt Flo. He's kind of a bit lone here. tHeMAdSCienTiSt Flo versus 4. Did have Lovenkrands coming in there. Maybe cut back would have been better. But he didn't take it. Reina whips in. We're decent in the air. Taribo West puts it just over. Come on, boys. Amadou's was picked up a bit of a knock, but his heart's back to normal already. I did try and ignore that, but it's not let me. As the highlights started before I could. Lovenkrands. Newman on the overlap. Oh, he's dancing around. Newman. Flo heads down and it's tHeMAdSCienTiSt. I don't know why my celebration was so slow there. It was. But I was trying to process all that happened in one. This little dink from Newman here to ride the challenge from Velasco is brilliant. Flo nods down. tHeMAdSCienTiSt, first time, back of the net. Beautiful bit of play. Newman a bit robbed of his assist there. We are going to ignore these. I mean, we don't want to lose Amadou's. I did get Amadou's a new contract, by the way. Finally let me offer him one just before the last game. He signed it. Good block there. I thought I was given a penalty for some reason. Just the way that went round. So, not happy with performance. Send him back out again. No changes just as of yet. We are looking okay though. We are starting to improve a bit. Still not great, but we're improving. It's an away game as well, so we can't expect everything. Rickson, Reina, Amadou's, Kloss, Taribo West, back to the German, launches it. Nobody there. Nobody there. Caceres plays it back to the goalkeeper, and Kelsa will play it back out from defence. Wagner, you've got to be challenging that. Newman, calling for the offside, and then Rush panics a pass. Just stop worrying about the offside. Get there, you're always the favourite, and then worry about it. Robin, tHeMAdSCienTiSt, kind of been drifted a bit further deeper than I'd like him. Lovenkrands, and tHeMAdSCienTiSt Flo, 25 goals for the season, and we're only just in December, and he was out for about 8 weeks as well. If you'd asked me at the start of this save who would be the player that you'd be most likely to sell, tHeMAdSCienTiSt Flo was that player. I didn't play him at the start of the season. We struggled. I put him in, and he has made himself undroppable. You can see the group stage there with us on 13 points, I think it was. Either way, we're equal points with Ajax. Robin into tHeMAdSCienTiSt Flo. It's a good save this time. I've got a seriously itchy nose again. I don't have one, I'm not recording. blowing annoying. Yeah, as you see, 13 points with 12 goal difference. Ajax on 13 with 10 goal difference. We still have Ajax to play. I don't know if that's home or away. We're not going to record it because I don't think there's a huge point to it. Reina towards Levenkrantz, back to Reina, can't get it in. Ferguson, Averladze, Iron Robin, son! What a hit! Take a bow, son. What a hit that was. We're going to bring on Nerlinger for Reina, and we'll bring on Michael Ball for Arthur Newman. I was trying to find him there. Levenkrantz, back to Reina. Plays it in, it's poor. Clears it away, can't do anything with it. Catania. It's decent defending. Stupid nose. I don't know why it does this. Ajax are 2-0 up. They do need to get 2 more goals to go level on us with goal difference. Averladze. Stable West. Iron Robin. I don't even know how to describe that header. I do not know how to describe that header. That was something special. We're going to bring on Moles, and we'll bring on Marvin Andrews as well. Rest some of our key players. So I don't see the need to do anything else. That was one crazy header from Iron Robin, who now has handed himself to a brace. I'm just double checking, making sure everything's recording. It is. Because sometimes I do knock it off with the spacebar. He's in ball behind. Averladze, that's offside. Took us a while to get going, but once we got going, we got going. That's the way I'm going to describe this game. We are going to bring on a Ronald de Boer for shot at Averladze as well. Rest Averladze up. Robin and Levenkrantz could do with a rest, but Robin is on a hat-trick, and I don't like bringing people off when they're on a hat-trick. And Levenkrantz is kind of the backup for that position anyway, behind Kinija, a developing prospect. Moles. How's he saved that? That was behind him, or it looks behind him. Whip this in, just knock it on Big Marvin's head, and it's a goal. That's not Big Marvin's head, Ronald. Ajax up to 4-0. They're trying to match us. Barry Ferguson! That's also not Big Marvin's head, but Ferguson will make it work. Beautiful. Beautiful. He peels off his man, gets a free header at the front post, flicks onto the back post, no men on the post. For, how many times can you say post in 2 minutes, by the way? No man on the back post is the point. And Ferguson, the skipper, just tucking home. Levenkrantz in behind. Mo should have Caceres for pace there, and yet he's just sort of on a Sunday stroll. I mean, we're 5-1 up. I'm not too concerned, but you never know. Goal difference could matter. Andrews and Eriksson. Barry Ferguson across to Christian and Nerlinger, and then he just launches it to nobody. That's the kind of stuff that frustrates me. Those challenges, those passes there where you're in control, you're passing it around, and then someone just launches it to nobody. Michael Moles makes it 6. Ajax, you don't want to play us just now. This is a performance that we have put on. We know this tactic can put on performances like this from time to time. We know it doesn't mean a huge amount because it's rare, the tactic, because this is the same tactic I used in the other Rangers save. It's rare now that I've adjusted it back to the advanced forward, advanced playmaker role, just with an extra inside forward instead of the winger. It's the exact same tactic. We know it can create moments in matches like this, so I try not to read too much into them because it doesn't do it consistently enough. But that was something special, boys. Well done. 13 points with a 4-goal difference thingy, and we've still got Ajax to play. That will be at home. We're going to skip ahead. Our next game will be Celtic in the Scottish League, the Betfred Cup we're going to call it, because I can't remember what it was called at this point, but the Scottish League Cup quarter final stage is when we'll come back, guys. It's Celtic away from home. It won't be an easy game, but if we win that, we give ourselves the best chance we have of winning our first bit of silverware. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you've enjoyed this, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button if you're new, and I'll hopefully catch you all next time.